Hey, welcome to my journey and to another weigh-in video. I'm running late today because I had PT this morning and then I met Holly, and so we were gone a while, and I'm just getting home, grabbed a bite of lunch and thought, well, David's fixing to go to bed, so I'll come on in here and start my video. How did I do? Well, I wasn't sure because, listen, I hate to say it again, how many weeks in a row? Of course, I've lost 3 weeks in a row. I don't want to jinx it. But I wasn't on plan. I didn't count no points. I mean, I kind of knew how many points I was eating, but I didn't track. A couple things I tracked. I was not consistent at all. But I weighed in at 254.2 for a loss of 2 pounds even, and that puts me at 122.8. I'm getting close to 125, getting back close to my 130. That 16 I gained over my knee surgery 3 months. Chipping away at it. But listen, I'll take what I can get, right? Well, what should we talk about first? Should we talk about our diet? Our diet. Listen, can you see? Does it show how white my fingers are? I can't tell if it. Look, that one's purple, and the rest of them are white. Can you tell? I have that. I never know how to say it. Raynaud's or Raynaud's. It's Raynauds. It is where the blood flow just cuts off to your fingers. It'll do your toes too. Sometimes my toes will do it. Sometimes these things are white as ghosts, and sometimes they're just as purple as like, ooh, freaky looking. But right now they're freezing. They are freezing. There's like no blood in my fingers whatsoever. I need to stick them down in that coffee. But so I wasn't sure what was going to happen on the scales, but here's what I think. I got studying on this thing. Let me get a little sip of coffee. Hadn't had none since this morning because I've been gone. And y'all know when I sit down with y'all, I'm going to have some coffee. I did not mean to slurp. I think what is helping me is the exercising they're having me do at PT. The little machine. Guess what I did today? It was a packed house, and the other day they had 4 therapists, and it's a small place, and all 4 therapists had patients. So we were just like all, when I couldn't get on the machine where you just push your feet like that, she goes, well, and there's somebody on the other bike. She goes, well, we'll have to get on the bike. I'm like, okay, well, I can't go all the way around. She goes, that's fine. So I just like go this way and stop because my knee won't go, and then push back and get a stretch on my knee, So I did that a few times. And I went backwards, and my knee went backwards. I'm like, okay, let's try that again. So we went, and it went backwards. So I'm like, well, let's go forwards. It took me a few times, and I leaned up in the seat so I could, move back and get my. Before I finished, I was sitting there just pedaling on the bicycle. I was just pedaling on the bicycle. I ain't rode a bicycle. It's stationary, obviously, what I'm talking about. And I used to have one. We got rid of it. I said, I ain't never going to ride that thing. I can't. My knees are killing me. That's before I ever knew I would ever get a knee replacement. Gosh, I can't remember how many years it's been since I've been able to ride a bicycle because my knees just would not do it. And even when this one got fixed, it wasn't to the point to where it could go all the way around because, well, I did today. Mama rode a bicycle today. Hold on. I'm sorry. That went down before I swallowed it. It just shot down the back of my throat. Guess what? When she measured me today, when she does that little, it's that little metal tool, and she rakes it across your muscle, She knows I love that. She goes, we're going to do it. Come on, let's go over here and do it early. I said, no, you're supposed to do that the last thing before I leave. She said, we're going to go ahead and get it loosened up now. because, everybody's everywhere, hardly nowhere to go. I said, okay. So we sit there, and she did that, and then I got it hanging off the edge of the table, and she like grabbed my ankle and pulled it down, and doing all this stuff. And I'm like, well, that feels wonderful on my ankle, because these ankles have carried around so much weight for so many years. I mean, these ankles have really stood the test of time. You know what I'm saying? So that felt so good. Just stretching that ankle joint. It just pulled it down. So, and she starts bending it back and bending it back. She goes, "You're not even welting or hollering or nothing." I said, "No, it don't hurt. It ain't bothering me." And she was working it. So she got her little measuring thing out there, and she pushed it back. And she looked up at me, and her wife is pregnant. So she wears a mask because she just don't want to take any chances of getting anything passing along, So she does wear a mask. She looked up at me because she was sitting on the stool and I was up high, so my leg would hang. She looked. I said, "What was it?" She said, 117. I said, "What?" So we did the big high five. I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" She goes, "Nope. 117. They want you to be like 120, 125. And I said, "Mine, it will go because, we talked about it for all that fat, the fat on my calf and the fat on the back of my leg." She said, wasn't even in the way. She said, "I could have gone further, but I did not do it." I'm like, okay. So at only, I think 6 weeks, am I 6 weeks out? I'm at 117. I'm almost 100% degrees bend that they want you to be at. Now I'm not through with PT because I still got some strengthening to do, some balance to do. But I'm going to tell you what, girl worked my booty off today. Yes, Lord, she did. We couldn't get up to like the it's some kind of machine that you can probably pull stuff with it, but the arms stick out and you use them for balance in case you need them. But you step on steps, do the wobble boards, you all these things. We couldn't get to that because everybody was to that. Everybody was using the stool, and that's how we ended. After we got through, she goes, "Okay, we're going to end with your favorite thing." I said, "Again?" She goes, "The stool," because she knows I hate it. I said, "The stool." She came around, she said, "The stool." I said, "That's what I said. I knew. So she had me doing like walking kicks where you kick your leg up and hit it with the opposite hand and hit it with the opposite hand, and then butt kicks like that. And then there's something else you have to do. I did all them. And then she had me standing on this step holding a 10-pound weight. She said, "This is like you're carrying a bag of groceries." So I had to hold it down in one arm, practice stepping up with one leg, and then I switched it and practiced stepping up with the other leg. And then they got this water ball. It's a water weighted ball, and it's got a handle on it, and you can swing it and sling it and slam it. It depends on how much water in it, how much weight it is, and whatnot. So she had me slinging that, banging it up against the wall. She said, "Swing it hard." And boy, I'm going to tell you what, you lose your balance. All these things that seem like something simple, for the normal, typical person like her, it is simple. But for somebody who's lost their mobility, it's hard. And so I kept, falling off. She said, "That's fine." She said, I don't care." She said, this is all a part of gaining back the where you steady yourself. Balance, getting your balance back and your strength back and all that. And then they had this foam thing. I had to stand on it and throw this giant ball up against the wall above the door and try to catch it and do it. And I kept falling back off. She's back there. She's got a hold of my pants. She's behind me. She's holding through my shirt. I got a hold of my waistband. I told her. She said, I'm going to let you fall." I said, "Girl, you can't stop me. I'm bigger than you." Because she ain't big. So, listen, When I got through there, I was tired. I mean, I was tired. My heart rate had got up. Yep. So that's a good thing. I'll go back to Monday. I think it's another Monday, Thursday, maybe. But I met Holly at the store. Jacob calls it the cookie store. It's Publix. And kids get a free cookie. So, gosh, long time back, way back, he called it the cookie store. So I said, meet me at the cookie store. So, Momo got him some snacks and things. He wanted raspberries. He got raspberries, and he wanted apples, and so he got apples, and he wanted chips, and so he got chips. Cheese puffs. I can tell you what all I got him. Yogurt, his milk. This is a sign of milk. So when we walk by, he drinks soy milk because he just had a reaction to cow's milk when he was younger. So he's always drank soy milk. One time, gosh, probably a year or better ago, I didn't have any. He wanted milk, so I gave him some almond milk. He wouldn't drink it. He would not drink it. That was not his milk. So we were walking by. Holly had went to get something, and we were walking on. I said, you go get that. Me and him would just walk on. You can catch up. At the end cap was his silk soy milk. He walked by, and he said, milk? And he starts doing his hand like that. I said, is that your milk? He said, yeah. That's how he says, yeah. So everything he got, he wanted to open it. And Holly would say, we'll open it at home. Well, he got some Pringles because they was on sale. And he was holding one can of them. Holly said, look at him. That he knows how to open them. So he started pulling it up with his teeth. And he turned around and looked at me. I said, you opening it? He said, Momo open. You want Momo to open? Momo will open it. Yes, she will. So Momo opened up the Pringles, and he was eating Pringles as we was going around. Yes, he was. We was paying for them. Listen, when a youngin's hungry, a youngin is hungry. Holly brought him snacks, and she offered him the snacks she brought, and he didn't want none of them. Boy, he wanted the expensive yogurt. She said, that's the kind he slurps up in two slurps. She said, we don't get that. I'm like, no, we're not getting it neither. But, let me tell you this. If you have a Publix, go. They got their spiral hams, 99 cents a pound. Meat for 99 cents a pound. If I had the freezer space, I would get more. I'm not so sure. I might not go back and get another one to put in the freezer. For 99 cents a pound, you can't beat that. So me and Holly both got us a ham. I told David, I said, you ain't been eating pork, so I think you can have some ham. He says, yeah, I think I can. I said, well, that's what we have for supper tonight. I ain't got room in the refrigerator for it, so I'm changing the menu up and making that ham tonight. I can't wait. It's going to be so good. Oh, my gosh, it's going to be so good. So go to Publix and hunt you up a 99 cent a pound ham. Yes. But in the same end of their parking lot is the gas station. Holly needed gas before she went back home. And I said, well, you want me to come up there and sit with him while you go in and pay so you don't have to unbuckle him all that? She said, well, that would help. So I was up there, and I was out in the doorway talking to him and everything. And I was leaning down. The wind blows up under the thing, and my hair was blowing every which way. I said, he reached up there, and he was patting my hair down. I said, Momo's hair blowing? No. Then he started in on Momo's hair blowing. Momo's hair blowing. He was laughing, trying to pat it down. Well, they got ready to go. Bye, I love you, all that kissy kissy. I went over and got my car. She goes, hold on, I might need you. Her car wouldn't start. She said, it's been doing that. Sometimes it'll start, sometimes it won't. And I said, I don't know nothing about no hybrid, because she's got a hybrid. It's not the hybrid you have to plug in. It's a hybrid that does its own thing. So she had jumper cables, and we jumped it off with my car, and it started. I said, go straight home. She said, I ain't stopping for nothing. So we had a fun experience. But I told her, I said, just think if I want to come over here and watch Jacob for you, you'd have been stranded. She goes, yeah. She said, you would have had to come back or Nathan or something. I said, yeah. So we got out and we got on the road to go across the lane of the highway to head back this way. She was, I don't know what, yeah, she was going to head that way too to get back on the interstate. And we got over there, couldn't get out of the line. There was a police car blocking the way, so we couldn't turn left. So we all had to make a U-turn. Well, I made a U-turn, went back through the Publix parking lot, come right back out the same place, but got in the straight lane so I could go down and come home a different way. Would you not know, when I got in that straight lane and couldn't get out, the police car moved. I said, now everybody's turning, and here I see it having to go out of the way. Ain't that the way it works? But I think there was a wreck down there, because when I went, the way I went and come back up, there was the police car and a fire truck coming back from the interstate, not the interstate, the highway, back on the road that crosses over. And I think they were coming back from the accident, so I think that's what had happened. But anyway, I got us a pizza. It was buy one, get one free. Listen, Publix is expensive. Publix is a high dollar grocery store. Unless you go for the sales. They do have some good sales. So when me and Jacob was walking around, Holly went to get something. We was walking by the frozen. I looked over and I said, oh, them pizzas is buy one, get one free. I think I'll take one for me and David to have for lunch. I told Holly, I said, you reckon y'all need one for lunch? I said, Nathan working from home, ain't he? So she got her one too. Lord, that thing was good. It's screaming Sicilian. Never have had it before because it's kind of expensive to me for a frozen pizza. But half price, $5 and some change. It was good. But it's good. It's really good. Got good sauce on it. It says on there special made sauce or something like that. It's really good. So if you ever see one on sale, give it a try. And it's crispy. The crust gets crispy. It's very good. So I was going to show you. Hold on. You know I got those. Oh, what a mess. Keychain diamond painting kits from the Dollar Tree. Well, I did 2 of them. This is how they come. I didn't know it because you can't see through the package. But it comes. The keychain's already attached to this little wood piece. And you could paint it if you want to. I was not so inclined. And the diamond painting part is a sticker. So the way I did it was I went ahead and put the sticker on here and put the diamonds while it was on this because I didn't want to take a chance of when I peeled the sticker up, popping the diamonds off because I don't know how well they're going to stick. So I did the little coffee cup and then I did the butterfly. Isn't that cool? So I still haven't started my big ones yet. I got to figure out what to do with these. These are my extra drills. So after you do your thing and you're through, I mean, what do you do with these? I'm going to save them all because if I throw them away, then I'll think of something that I could have done with them. You know what I mean? I don't know what I can do with these, but I'm going to save them anyway. So that company that Outdoor Tide that sent me these diamond paint kits, they sent me an email. I guess they saw my video and said I could pick out something else. So what I picked out, they might not send me because it costed $20-some. We'll see. They might say, we can't send you that. Just pick something else. I don't know. But what I want is one of those kits that has the little containers in it, but you put your little drills in and it's got extra tools and stuff in it. I would like to see that and see the quality of that and also have it. So we'll see. If they don't do that, I know what I'm going to pick. But hey, shoot for the stars. What? It is in my book. Shoot for the stars. Shoot for the moon. And at least you'll land in the stars. Something like that. It's a cool saying. Oh, my belly is doing all kinds of growling. But I'm trying to think. Listen, every time I take a drink of coffee, it gets all over my mouth. Are y'all like that? I'm trying to think. Oh, I was going to tell y'all. I didn't bring them over here. If you're wondering if Weight Watchers still gives out the charms, they do. And they give them whether you lost the weight on Weight Watchers or not. Because I got 2 more in the mail today. I had already got some. I keep forgetting to tell y'all. Then I got 2 more. I checked them out from yesterday. I got a 10-pound and a 25-pound. I thought I had already had those. Apparently I didn't. But what they sent me, maybe I didn't, because I think they sent me the 5. And then I got a 50. I got 100. And I got 125. And I didn't lose all that weight on Weight Watchers. But it's on my app that I lost the weight. And so they sent me the charms. So if you're curious that if you're not getting charms, I would chat in about it and tell them, they do still give out charms, and where's yours? And they give you charms starting over every time because I've got a key ring full. Every time you stop and start Weight Watchers, let's say you started the second time, you've been on it, you quit, you go back, you got your 5-pound charm, your 10-pound charm, you quit. You go back, and even though you will have lost 20 pounds, that first 5 pounds, the second time you start, they're going to give you that 5-pound charm again. Because I got a bunch of 5s and 10s in there. Because that's about as high as I would go. I never could get to a 50-pound charm because I never lost 50 pounds on Weight Watchers. I only lost, when I had my bypass, I had lost 70 pounds on my own. So I've not lost a lot on bypass. I told Dave, we was talking about that. I said, I'm just not normal. Things don't happen to me like supposed to. Like taking Ozempic, which I ain't been on in months because it's been out of it, so I'm not even going to bother with it. I'm not even going to try to get it. That's probably got a lot to do with why my eating, thinking is so out of whack. Because they say, once you stop taking it, and it's the truth, once you stop taking it, you're going right back. So I don't know, some of that weight I gained, that 16 pounds, over the time I was laid up, if it was due to that, which I had already been off of it for months, and I said, people take that and the weight falls off of them. I said, it didn't me. It didn't work that way on me. It helped my food thoughts and it helped me feel full, but it didn't drop the weight off of me. Just like you hear people, they're on Ozempic and they're just, the weight just melted off of them. Didn't nothing melt off of me. I had gastric bypass. Didn't nothing melt off me. I ain't lost but 60 pounds in over a year's time. That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing for gastric bypass. That's more than I would have lost without it, because it took me 5 years. 4 years. 4 years to lose 70 pounds. So I will credit it with helping me lose that 60 pounds extra to get me down to where I could get my knees replaced. So it did do that for me. It did that in a year's time. But 60 pounds in a year's time for gastric bypass is somebody my size. That ain't nothing. That it falls off people just like, not me. So loud. When I tell y'all, I have to work just as hard now as I've ever had to work, then I do. I still have to stay on the plan. I mean, yes, I've lost the past 3 weeks, and no, I've not been on a plan, but I think adding the exercise in, and like this week, I've walked indoors Because she's the one to go outside and walk. I done told you I'm not going out in this cold and walking. I told her today. She said, you been out and walk? Because she and her wife went on vacation to Florida. And she said, did you walk? I said, not outside. I said, I walked inside. And I was telling her, she goes, they have that on video? I'm like, yeah. Here she is, PT, and don't know they have walking on video. Girl. You is behind the times. You hear me? So I said, yeah, I walked indoors. I said, what's today? Thursday? Well, I walked 3 of these 4 days. She said, well, you're not walk coming in here. I'm like, no, I'm not. Like today, I ain't walking. I exercised for 45 minutes. I ain't walking. No. I'll get back tomorrow. And you know I don't exercise on Saturday or Sunday. I just don't do it. Never have, never will. Knock on wood. They say never, but sometimes you can't say never. Like, I can say, I will never be a horse jockey. And that is a promise, a guarantee that it will come true. I will never be a horse jockey. There you go. You can say never. I will never be Miss America. That ship has sailed. So, I feel like a toddler sitting over here slurping this coffee. Golly. I'm trying to think of anything else. I don't know much else except it's been cold down here. Can't get no snow. I don't like it. I want some snow. I want some snow so bad. Everybody's getting snow. We getting the cold air. Down the teens. And then last night it was like down to 20, I think. And I think tonight maybe it's supposed to go back down to the teens. I know this weekend it is. Only supposed to be up to 30-something this weekend. I told David, you better make sure you got kerosene out there in that building. He went and got him some the other day. Because he can't stay out in that building with no heat. So he got him a little kerosene heater. He fires up. So yeah, we got that cold, Susie. I know you don't want no snow. But if I could get it, and it could just stay away from your little area, then you would be okay with that, right? So this morning, listen, I don't feel like doing nothing. Y'all know that. I ain't feel like nothing. And this morning, for some weird reason, I woke up, I took my nap. Because when I'm up this morning was 2:30 or 3 o'clock, I can't remember. Then I'm up a little bit, and then I fall back asleep because I'm tired and I'm sleepy. And when I woke up from my nap, it was like, I don't know, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, I can't remember. What's time, right? I was so ready to do stuff. I jumped in the shower and I got out and I vacuumed. And I vacuumed my return grate in here for the furnace. Vacuumed around all my bookshelves. You know how when the books don't come all the way to the end, it gets dusty around the bottom. I went around, took my tool and vacuumed all that. I swept, I vacuumed the floors. I did 2 loads of laundry, changed the sheets on the bed, got them washed. Folded towels that had been sitting on the middle room bed. I can't remember if I did anything else or not. And then I had to go to PT, so I ain't done nothing except for walk around the store for an hour and a half. I did 45 minutes of PT and walked around the grocery store for an hour and a half. I'm tired. I am tired. My back is tired. Listen, it is coming back with a vengeance. You know how when you have aches and pains, listen, we all of the age where we have aches and pains and we can discuss amongst ourselves. So we're discussing amongst ourselves the aches and pains that come along with this age bracket. So y'all know I need my back fixed, right? And the back was going to get fixed until the knees broke out and acted up worse than the back. So the back pain's never gone away. It's never gone away. But it took a back seat. So the knees were at the forefront. That was all the pain. And the back was like, well, you know I'm still here. I'm just taking a back seat while your knees are acting up. So I get my knees fixed, and now my back is like, remember me? It's terrible. So I told David, I got to study long and hard. Sarah, my PT, she said, I won't let nobody cut on my back. She said, if I tried everything, I'd have to try everything. Have you tried everything? I said, well, my shots don't work no more. She said, have you tried PT? I said, no. I said, I don't know if there's any kind of PT. She said, I think I would try before I would let anybody cut on my back. I said, well, it might be worth a try. I just always assumed PT wouldn't help. What's wrong with my back? Because they said the only thing that's going to fix it is, rods and screws. So she really got me thinking, do I really want my back with rods and screws? Do I want that? I know I can't live with the pain the rest of my life because I just got my knees fixed. And now, if I'm on my legs too much, like today at the store, when I come home, I didn't have the buggy to push, and so I'm walking all leaned over. So I got my knees ready to go, ready to just do anything, and my back is like, nope. So I told David, if I decide to go that route, 2024 will be his wrist. He'll get his wrist fixed, and 2025 will be my back. So that's the plan. He's wanting to hold off until the fall to do his wrist because he says we got to get through the garden, which I don't know how he's going to do anything, but he'll do it. He'll work right through it. So I don't even know how I got on the subject of my back. How did we get there? Do y'all remember? I don't remember. So I may, not now because I've got enough PT with my legs. I don't feel like going straight from leg PT to back PT. But at some point, I may go see the surgeon and have him refer me for back PT if there's anything they can do. And then by then, I will have lost some more weight that will help with it even more. So, I don't know how we got on that subject, but we was on it. Oh, the aches and pains. What are you gonna do, right? But listen, I'm excited about my knees. Back pain, just don't worry about it. We're talking about knees right now. I'm so happy with these new knees. I don't know what to do. I have done, I'm not trying to brag. I've done so good with my knees. I'm just so proud of them. I'm proud of them. I was talking to John on the phone the other day, and I was sitting in my chair, and my gown was pulled up so you could see my leg. I was reclined, and my legs were sticking straight out. My gown was, hitting across mid thigh. And I looked down. I told her, I said, I love these scars on my knees. She said, you do? I said, I do. I said, they're reminders of how hard I worked to get there. And she's like, and how good those knees are. I'm like, yes, how good these knees are. I worked hard for these bad boys. I am proud of these scars. Let me tell you, I am proud. This summer, I will wear my shorts and let everybody see my scars because I worked hard to get to them bad boys. So I am proud of them. I'm proud of the work they can do. But riding the bicycle today, oh my gosh, it's 6 weeks. Come on, man. That's good stuff right there. So anyway, I don't think I got nothing else to talk about. I wish I could think of exciting stuff, but I don't do nothing. I don't do nothing. If I did something, I would have something to talk about, but I don't do nothing. I drink coffee. And it's cold, but whatever. That's my friend's mug. My 8 o'clock coffee mug. I got these things, oh my gosh, probably 20 years ago. That's back when you had to buy things and have proof of purchase and send them in where you could buy things or earn prizes. Well, I earned these. I got 2 of them. I earned 2 of them. So I got one put away just to save. Because, I mean, it's friends and it's 8 o'clock coffee. So, I mean, I love 8 o'clock coffee. And, of course, we like friends in this house. So I got one. Well, I was thinking, what was she saying? I got one saved back and drinking in one. So, anyway. I don't think I got nothing else to say. Okay, I'll stop. I will stop then before I get punchy. All right, what did I tell you? I lost 2 pounds. So let's do this, y'all. Let's do this. Wish me luck getting back on track with the tracking. I got to get there. I can't rely on every week getting a loss. Just out of accident or whatever. I don't know why I'm getting it, but I do think exercising has a lot to do with it. I really do. Using up them extra calories. I think it does. So anyway, well, that's all. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. Oh, let's see. This is Thursday. Oh, you know what? I got the BJ's haul. I put it up for Sunday, but I ain't got nothing coming up Friday. I don't know if I'm going to go back to doing lives or not. What y'all think? Should I? I don't know. At least for right now, I'm not going to, because sitting on this chair, it is a bit much. Yes, I'm doing good. I rode a bicycle. I can be in 117 degrees, but sitting with it just angled down without moving for a long, extended period of time is just not good. So, yeah, I think I won't do it for now. But I'm going to put up that BJ's haul for tomorrow. So, come back tomorrow.